Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. Let me figure out what's going on. Welcome to the channel. It's a surprise. It's Friday. I'm quilting. I'm gonna hold on. I'm trying to like make it so you can. God, I look real big. Like this is the. So I am cutting a quilt out with the AccuQuilt, and and I'm gonna make a layer cake. And I figured, why do it alone, right? Why not do it with some friends? You're my friends, I hope. So I am gonna be cutting out a quilt. It is not a big. This is a quilt I designed. I'm gonna be cutting it. One moment, please. I'm cutting out for. Let me get to my pictures. Let's see if you can see it from there. It's a quilt I designed in AccuQuilt or in electric quilt. This is using the Lori Miller designed one of her sets. And so I'm going to cut that out because I think it's going to be easy. It's going to be fast. So why not do it? I am like, you can see me totally reaching like this. And it's because you're really far behind so you can actually see this. So I set this up. I made this. Well, I originally made it to use a 12-inch block. But then I was like, I don't want a piece of backing, and I don't want to get a wide back for 48 inches because it's a total of it's a 4x4 quilt. So this is the quilt I was talking about the other day that I was like, oh my gosh, if I had the new 16-inch Qube, it would be 64 inches. But I'm using the mix and match 10-inch Qube. But I've also wanted to be a little bit lazy, so I am using also the mix and match companion set. So this is the companion set with the corners. And so there's one die in here that I needed. And it's number 9 at the top. So it's basically would be a square and a half square triangle, but they're already put together. So I'm going to say I'm being lazy. Also, I need the computer because it has all my instructions on it. So there's that. When I was at EQ and I was with Lori Miller, who is just one of my favorite people. She's so nice and kind. But we were talking and I've always like pre-cut my strips. My white fell on the floor. I've always pre-cut my strips. So when I went to cut them, like if I needed on the 8-inch Qube, to do a half square triangle, I would need a rectangle that was 3 1/4 by 3, and it would cut 2 half square triangle pieces. So I always subcut those pieces, and she goes, "Why don't you fan fold them?" I'm like, "Well, I've never done that, so I don't know." And I came home, and the next quilt I fan folded, which was the blue and black quilt. I just so happened to have it right here, which was this one. So this was all fan folded. This is out of flannel. I really love how this quilt turned out, but I do need to bind it. And I am going to really bind it. But so this was all fan folded. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so much easier. It saves so much time. So I'm going to fan fold because I'm a convert. Ow, my gosh. You guys, I hurt my shoulder. And it's been hurting. And last time I went to the doctor for this, I just put ice on it. So I'm cutting this out. This shouldn't take that long. And then I'm also making a layer cake because I don't like the pinked edges on layer cakes. It drives me nuts. So I'm going to make my own layer cake. And it's going to, I bought black yesterday. I went to Trish Check, so I bought some black. And yeah, so that's it. I need to see what dyes I need to, it's on my computer. I put a mouse onto my Mac, which I've never done. This is the first time I've ever plugged a mouse into it. Weird, I know. So I need die 2, 5, and 8. All of my instructions are on a spreadsheet. 2, 5, and 8. The nice thing is when you just pull them out. You pull them out in your sleeves. I just opened this. I'm going to have to unwrap all of these. There's a 5. There's a 2. 2, 5, and 8. And this is just one color. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't get any of my cutting mats. We'll use new ones. I'm here. I opened it. 2, 5, and 8. Okay, there we go. Here's an 8. Where are all my cutting mats? See, that's the other thing. I need to keep better. I need to keep an eye on where my things go. And they'll be nice and new. That's fun. So I want scissors that are not fabric scissors. One moment, please. I was just using non-fabric scissors this morning, and I don't know where I put them. Roberta, I really want to read your comment, but you're so far away from me. Let me do the one moment, please. Let me see if I can see. There's that. I usually catch on Friday. Love you, AccuQuilt, making it so much better to peace. Have a good Passover. Roberta, I've lasted this long. I still haven't had bread. I have a ring inherited from my aunt. This is napkin rings. I have those pink Dutch too, 9-inch Qube, so I don't have to buy charm packs. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about making charm packs. Your cutting mats are hidden some places. My Q24 and Kinetic. Oh my God, Maureen, that's hilarious. Find it, Maureen. You just, yeah. So they are all wrapped. Mm-hmm. Happy Friday. Although when you kind of like do the work I do, you never get a Friday. You work every day. There's always something to be done. I told Ben that once. Because I'm like, you get a real Saturday. I have to piece. Or I have to quilt. I have to say, I do love going over to the studio now. It is not close. Well, it's kind of close. Maybe one day I'll put, oh, don't trip. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. Maybe one day I will put, I'll take the golf cart to the studio because I can, and I will record the drive. I go back roads. So the dies I just opened, I'm going to have to end up opening more. But I opened, this is going to do a 2.5-inch half square triangle. So it does the 2 corner units. This is nice because I just need the triangles. I'm not actually making half square triangles. I'm making other triangles. This is my just it's going to end at 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inch. And then this is going to end at 4 inches. Is that right? Oh no, these are rectangles. So these are 2.5 by 5. Weird, this one doesn't say what it ends at. So let's get to cutting. I have to remember which strip is which. I don't have my instructions in front of me. This is probably that. One moment, please. Yeah, so I have everything on a spreadsheet. Didn't think about like, oh, you can't look at your spreadsheet while you're doing this. But I do love this spreadsheet. So I need 16 number 2. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 number 2s, 16 number 8s, and 8 number 5s. And that number 5 strip is the 4-inch. Should I have a 3.5, 3.5, and a 4? Okay. Things you got to do, things you got to know. Is this my 4-inch? Perfect. I said 8, right? This is you guys, remember last time I tried to cut while I was talking to you guys? And that didn't work out well. Because I need to pay attention. Do I only need 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to do the fan fold method. Here's my die. here's my strip. I'm going to put my strip on. And I'm just going to fan fold it back and forth. Now, when I was in Lori's class, she sells, where's the front page? She sells these at Lori Miller Designs. And if you do use AccuQuilt and you have the cubes, they will tell you, and this is just for like the 4-inch cube, it'll tell you the dies, the strips you need to cut, and how many pieces you get from each strip. Love it. Oh my gosh, it's made my life so much easier by doing that. How many layers does it cut at a time? It depends on what you're cutting. So if you're cutting regular quilting cotton, I think they say 6. When I was doing flannel, I was only doing 4. But I sometimes do 8. Like I'll probably do 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. But you will get more accuracy if you only cut the 6. And I don't go bigger with flannel because flannel stretches. I'm not an official spokesman for them. I just love them. There we go. Fan fold. And now I'm going to run this through and have all my half square triangles cut. And I need 16 of these. Let's push. I do have the Go Big. So it's automatic. And now I have my 16 half square triangles. Love it. They're going over here. I mean, I don't know. You all know that I have affiliate codes. If you're interested in AccuQuilt, I will pop my affiliate code over here. I would love if you used it. I get a little something back. Get links. So they did just come out with a 16-inch cube, which I will definitely be getting. Because I am someone who likes a nice big block. And if you make one big block, you don't have to, you can make less. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I was laughing this morning because I posted something that said, what did I say? I said something about easy peasy. And Ben and I were watching a video one time and it's like, something about I hate people who say easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I laughed because I'm like, oh, I always say that. Ben's like, no, you don't. I said, I just said it yesterday. Not to him. So when I wrote easy peasy, it made me giggle. So things are going to happen. You're going to get some waste. I think that the speed, what happened? I think the speed is that I like the time I save, totally worth the waste for me. I don't know how many I just cut. I wasn't paying attention. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need one layer. 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll do here. Also, I find that sometimes I cut too many because I'm not paying attention. So pay attention. And you could cut as little as one layer if you need to. So. I love that they're nice new dies. I do want some. Where are all my scissors? This is my extra of the strip, which I would have had either way. And there's my 16 pieces. I'm using, these are the faux tweed from Connecting Threads. I love this line. I just think it's so pretty. All right, and now I need 16 of these, right? What is everybody up to today? You're like, I was going to do something fun, and now I'm watching you. I'm supposed to be going to the dog store and getting dog food. And I'm like, well, I think I can cut some things first. No, I need 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, but this is only, is that 8? I'm not really paying attention. If I was paying attention, I would cut all of one strip and then do the other ones, but I'm just going to lose more fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I could have had bigger strips left at the end if I thought about it. But again, I'm not thinking about it because I'm spending time with my friends. Because I feel like such a rebel because I usually don't cut 8 pieces at once. All right, well, that section's cut. So I just cut 16 2.5-inch squares, 16 half square triangles, 16 2.5 by 3 in it, 2.5 by 5-inch rectangles. Nice. Have you used the flip zipper to put your binding on the quilt back yet? Not that my son basically is neater. I've not used the flip zipper. I've not used the flip zipper. I'll be baking Easter goodies later, getting ready for a party of 15 for Easter dinner. That sounds fun. We had our big Passover meal and then spent a few days cleaning. It's just, I always love to have people in the house. Let's see, I'm going on to fabric 2, which is white. And I need a number 1, a number 2, a number 5, number 1, number 2, and number 5. There's number 2, there's number 5, and a number 1. They do come with these. I can't even see if you can see this because I'm looking at something else. They do have patterns in there too. So what kind of cookies are you making? Don't use your teeth. Don't use your teeth, but I'd rather you use your teeth than your fabric scissors. You know what I mean? So like if I was really thinking about this, like when I buy patterns, I always look at how they're written and go, how can I use less fabric? I do have zippers on Nacho, but they are zippers that I got because the Bernina leaders are different. I was like, wait, do I need that piece? But I don't. If I were doing this normally, you would think that this is my pattern. I should do it right. Oh, I need 8, not 1. I would say like, oh, I can get this many out of this strip and this many out of this strip. I'll have this much strip left over. I can subcut it smaller. I actually did that with one of the blocks here. And kind of use the leftovers of strips. But I didn't really do that. I do cut my blocks so they're about 1/4 inch bigger. But I do like that you can kind of push your finger in there and see. Oh, you're making biscotti? What's the address that I need to come to? I love biscotti. Now Roberta's on here, and Roberta uses her AccuQuilt because she does. She's an angel, and she does a lot of charity quilts. So she uses the AccuQuilt to cut out a lot of the fabric for those. Did I just mess this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I only needed 8. See? Look, if I was thinking more. Dumb. I need my project for my reference. I worked for a Bernina dealer and loved the Bernina long arm leaders with the zippers. Trained at the Bernina long arm, still at my HQ. I love it. I love it. The Bernina leaders are so. I'm trying to bug you, do math while listening to you. It's not working. Coming down for dinner, sunny Florida. Oh, we're sunny here too. I'm gonna try and get some sewing done. Love that. I forgot what I was doing. Going back to my Excel spreadsheet because I needed 8. I need 16 number 2s. Let's do that. That's not right. Which one's number 2? Nope, that's right. 4-inch square, 16 number 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will be in Florida at the end of next month. I don't think this is the right size. No, because that needs 4 strips. See, that's one of the things I have to pay attention to. There was a lot of overhang, more so than I usually have. 1, so that's 2, 4. 6, 8. I will be in Jacksonville, Florida at the end of next month, which I was just kind of there. I flew into there. But I'm staying there this time, and I'm not driving down to St. Augustine. But I did love that shop. Cut Up and Sew was amazing. Do you save fabric with, how do you save fabric? Oh, how do I save fabric with the AccuQuilt? Ultimately, you're going to lose, like you use more because you have to have the extras around the die cut. Like, so this is salvage, right? This is going to be lost anyway. That's 16 squares, and this is what I'm losing. I don't feel like I'm losing that much. But if I were thinking about how I was cutting these out, because this is a bigger square, I could have used this extra to cut more squares of this size. So like if you need like 2 strips because you just are looking for 2 more pieces or something, then you can use those strips in other places to cut. That was 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just thinking about the extra. I was thinking about this because most pattern writers don't tell you, like they just say, here, cut this strip, and then this is what you're cutting, and cut this strip, and this is what you're cutting. Most pattern writers don't say, here's a strip, cut these pieces, subcut the strip down farther, cut these other pieces, subcut the strip, and to get the most effective cutting. I often do that. Like I'll calculate and everything. probably because I'm a little bit crazy. I'm okay with that. But like I could have got those last four. Like I used this strip just for 4 pieces. I could have got all of those out of this. I could have probably got almost all 16 out of this because of the size of this strip. I just wasn't paying attention. You have to do a little more math. And sometimes I just want to follow the directions. I'm kind of proving a hypothesis to myself too. Okay, now I need 64 half square triangles. And this is where I just love these things. Because I wouldn't have been able to make, like, I'm not making traditional half square triangles. They're going to be like side set triangles. So being able to get these pieces done and the dog ears trimmed. So you're not only saving time in the cutting, but you're saving time in the other stages because I don't have to trim off dog ears. And I also don't have to, like everything lines up. Because the dog ears are trimmed off, you have edges that you line up. Love that. I find I lose less because mess up that way. Oh yes, I do find that I less mess ups in my cutting. So that was 8. So that was 16 half square triangles. I'll do another set. Can I get 3? 1, 3. Excuse me. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. That means if I do this whole strip, I'll have 44. And I'll only need 20. But like, if you find something like, I made some, what are they called? Pineapple blocks. Yeah, it's a pineapple block. I had to look at it. And because everything was cut and the shapes were perfect, I mean, it's a perfect pineapple block. I didn't like how that was folded. Center. So Coachella is going on. It's weekend number 2. I hate the festival weekends. There's so many more people, and the people are not respectful for the most part. Some of them are, but it's crazy. We can't go to our favorite coffee shop in the morning because there's a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Things we do. Oh no! Pay attention to your, is my iron on? I was ironing earlier. Nancy, you can blame it on me. When I'm in class, I always tell people if anything happens, just blame it on me. It's my fault. 16, let's see. I'm going to tell you now, one of these white pieces is going to be put in upside down because it's white on white and it's really hard to see, like if you're not paying attention. $16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 22. So I have 4. Oh, God. I have 44. And I need 20, right? So I need 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I feel like I did something wrong because I have a... Lori, I got my gift. Thank you. I need to post a picture of it. We don't always go to the mail. Thank you. I love it. I put it in my car. Oh. You know when you... Oh, gosh. I don't like rough things. Oh, gosh. Sometimes the feel of these is like... It's not rough like an emery board, but it... God. I got to take a moment. I have to read the rest of that comment too. Okay, I need to do some math. 16 times 3 is plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. That's 66. Why do I have a whole extra strip? I have to go highlight something because I think I did math wrong. Does it say I need 4 strips? 2. Huh? Oh, that's not right. Let's do this. Highlight yellow. And highlight white. Yellow. All right. Well, I have an extra strip. Not the end of the world. Oh, did I get enough though? Oh no, I need to cut these. Don't force it in there. It will take it itself. Sometimes when I run my finger where the blade is, I get the shivers. Okay, hey, morning. I want to let me post on YouTube. I'd like to show what you're making. I use an AccuQuilt to cut large garbage bags of flannel into 5-inch squares and then donate to my local guild to make donation quilts for kids in the shelter and domestic situations. They were thrilled. Oh my gosh. That was a lot. I love it. I love it. I love the quilting community. I was going to say we're. Everybody's, for the most part, so kind and generous. We make things and gift it out. Like, I just don't know if there's another community that's really like that. All right, this one is pistachio. And I need to use block number 8. I need 16 pieces of block number 8. But I also need that special block that's on the floor. So let's do 16 pieces of block number 8 first. We're going to use 1 strip at a time. Block number 8 is the tricky block because the strip you cut only fits one direction. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh, you cut the wrong block. It wasn't me. But you know what I need? I need these. Well, we're just going to subcut those. Ooh, I don't know if this will work because it's the same width. Oh, man. And they're not going to work there. Okay, don't do what I just did. That was block number 1. I was supposed to be cutting block number 8. I thought something felt weird. Can I get 1 out of here? Whoa, God. I was like, it's weird that this is the block that I said doesn't really fit, and it kind of fits. You know what? It's just quilting. At the end of the day, it is just quilting. No one was harmed in my mistake. I also buy extra fabric for that reason. But remember, I was also going to make this bigger. And I went down to a 10-inch cube instead of using the 12-inch cube because I didn't, oh God, I didn't want to deal with, tell me why? I went down because, oh, I didn't want a piece of backing. Okay, this is the direction. I did open this one up. I guess it wouldn't have made any difference. One, 2. 3, 4. 5. 6. I have more. You guys, that wasn't even the right color. I'm cutting leprechaun, and it's supposed to be pistachio. We're going to put leprechaun to the side. It's in timeout. I should be in timeout. Okay, let's go to pistachio, which is this beautiful light pistachio color. Isn't that pistachio or is it mint? Oh my gosh. Hilarity ensues. Yep, that was leprechaun. No, that was parrot. Parrot is the half square triangles. Do you think I can salvage parrot? I don't think so. Because I need number 3. Things happen when you're having fun. It's okay, everyone. Don't panic. I have more. Oh, I can't get under this one. Ben's going to say, how was your day? And I'll be like, oh, it was fine. I did a live and cut a whole fabric wrong. And his reaction will be, oh, no. And I'll say, it's okay, add more. What I really needed was 8 of these. No, 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It should be 24, though. Is it? I need 24 of these, which means I need 12 cuts, which means I'm going to have to cut those strips again. What am I working on? I am working on a quilt that I designed myself. I'm working on cutting the wrong fabric. That's what I'm working on. All right, so that goes to this. These go here. All right, let me do my 16 of these. Yes, I am cutting the right fabric. Oh, I was looking for this sticker too. It says what it is. You can, it looks like a mine went off in this room. A fabric mine, if only. Okay, let's see. Where is my end? So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? No, this is going to be this is 4 layers. 8 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Math. Do you some math? Don't do 2 things at once. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's 16, right? 8 and 8 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's my 16 pieces. Now, this extra is going into the other die. I need 8 of these, but let me go make sure. Let me confirm. I need 16 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6. And this is where I'm saying I have this extra, so I can put this here. And that will make my last 2 pieces. Now this is a directional print, the one I just cut. So I need both directions. So I do have them fan folded. But if you are using an AccuQuilt and it's a directional print, make sure you know what you're doing. I need both directions, so that's why that worked. And so like here, this is like what I'm losing. But like that extra little bit of strip, I would have saved and never used. So, Carrie, I have not. I was actually texting with them yesterday about some other stuff. Okay, now I have this dark green, and I think these are all my squares. So how many of these dark green squares do I need? I need, this color is leprechaun. Oh yeah, this is leprechaun. And so I think I need 32. So I need 32 die number 2s, which is the single square. Perfect. I had these dies all figured out, but it's I've mostly always used the I think I just might do these in sets of 6. So instead of fan folding these, I just have 3 strips, and I'm just gonna run the strips on top of each other. What's my favorite size cube? The 8-inch cube is my go-to. I use that one the most. I find that most patterns I can convert and use the 8-inch cube width pretty easy if I need to. I like a bigger block, so I really do like the 12-inch cube. And I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the 16 because I like to make less blocks bigger so I can still have a nice big quilt. I like to have a big quilt. Are the connecting fabrics in EQ also, can they be loaded? So connecting threads on their web page for their specific fabrics, on the left side of the screen when you're looking at the fabric line, there's usually an EQ download. And you can download them for free and then bring them into EQ. It's one of my favorite things that Connecting Threads does. So I have all of the blender lines, all of the faux tweed, faux linen, mirage tonals, all of the tonals are loaded into my EQ, and it was all free. I didn't have to buy anything. If you need help finding them, let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12, 18. Because I'm doing these with just the 6 at the time, and I'm not fan folding them, I can cut one side really, really close. Like I'm barely losing anything there. That's 12. So it's gonna let me have a little more leeway at the end. Also, I hate cutting fabric with the scissors that I use to like trim my threads. Like I have fabric scissors and I have thread trim scissors and paper scissors. 6 and 6 is 12, 24. I need 2 more for 36. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. No, 4 and 4 is 8, 16, 32. Doing math in my head. Oh. Mm-hmm. Now, the Connecting Threads website has changed a little bit. So last I was on, you could do that. I don't know how it is now, if I'm being honest. Because last I looked, like it was weird how to find things. It just, to me, it wasn't very user friendly, but they said it was a better user experience. So it is what it is. Sometimes they just don't listen to the people who use it. Okay, I got to get that other color, which was Parrot. I am excited for this quilt. I just think I was really excited when I designed it. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so pretty. Now I might not have enough green. Okay, I got to look at my spreadsheet. And I need 24. Let me make sure. I'm going to click the top of this. Parrot. I need 24 number 3s, which means I need 2 strips that are 6 1/4. I have that. I'm lucky. Now I got to get all my cutting things. I'm like, I'm not going to need a rotary cutter. I've already done this. Oh my God, Kelly, how are you? You're at the nail salon. Hopefully you see that so you know what I'm doing. You're watching, but why would you watch with the sound off? You need to call me someday. Kelly Genomi's on. If you don't know, she was promoted. She's like the big deal mama now. And I never get to talk to her anymore. It's very sad. It's very sad for me. I hope it's also sad for her. I need an update on what's going on. Now, oh, I was like, where's my parrot sticker? No. Also, when you buy connecting threads fabric, it comes rolled backwards, just so you know. So when you look at it, don't go, ooh, that color's off. That's horrible. Open it and turn it around. Okay, let's do the right die. I'm gonna have only the right die up here. Perfect, there it is. And I need 24 of these, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, and 24. 24. So if I do 6 layers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You just got to shimmy in the middle of it. Oh my gosh, Roberta, Kelly's always going to be my friend. She only stopped talking to me for a week. The best part is she can't see what you just said. Send a message to Kelly McKenzie saying somebody on YouTube said, oh, it's nice that Kelly's still your friend now that you went to Bernina.
Okay, sending.
We'll see what she says back. So I can see the YouTube comments and the Instagram comments and the Facebook comments. But if you're on Facebook, you can't see what somebody puts on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, you can't see the other two either. Like you can only see what people are commenting on this, on the one you're watching. So it's always funny when there's two people on that know each other and they're trying to message each other, but neither one can see. Oh. Kelly says she loves me. All right, quilt is cut. How long have we been on? Well, that seems like it took a long time, but it's probably because I messed up. That does seem like it took longer than usual. Oh no, I don't know if I can make my layer cake. Wait a minute. Found it. I needed the big daddy of a cutting mat. Now, the reason I got this cutter, the electric cutter, is because what did she say? Oh, she said we both work for good companies. That's good to know. Mine's better. No, I'm just kidding. We both do. I think all the companies have something going. Let's see. I can't Happy Center. Let's see. Love to see if you want to go over Nina. I have to feel it. Hello, watching you, but the volume. Oh, that was from Kelly. She loves me. Kelly, did you ever try the Couch to 5K app? We're both extremely. Oh, she can't hear me unless she turned the volume up. Okay, so I bought yardage to make my layer cake. Technically, to make my 10-inch squares. You can't say layer cake, it's copyrighted or trademarked. Did you all know that? So if you go somewhere and you're looking for a stack of 10-inch squares if they are from Moda, they're called layer cakes, but anyone else, they have to have a different name. Because Moda has trademarked layer cake. And I'm assuming Kimberly over at Fat Quarter Shop has done the same thing with like their honey buns and jolly bars, some kind of bar. I'm pushing through to make sure that everything is over the die. Also, I did this one time with I'm going blank. Flannel. Don't put extra in the flannel. It just stretches. They won't be the right size. The right size. I'm gonna have to not do 8 layers of this. It's too thick. I always do the first one and see how it cuts. And if it gives me any issues, I will switch back to the recommended cutting, which is 6. But that's 8 10-inch squares. And honestly, I'll just do 4. So I don't have to switch between strips. I don't know. I was over here trying to get it like cheat it really far to one side, but I have like 2 extra inches. Well, then I don't cheat it and I lose it. Sounds about right. So I'm making, I am doing a retreat later this year. And part of it is going to be a long arm, but then part of it is going to be like a quilting treat that transforms into a long arm retreat if you want to stay for the long arm part, because not everybody wants to go to a long arm retreat. And I lost my scissors. And I am teaching a sewing pattern. So that's what this is going to be. And it's from our friends at Material Girlfriends. And just so you know, like if you've been a friend of the channel for a while, you might have done the open options quilt along. But Material Girlfriends has never taken the discount code off. So ASF 10 works for Material Girlfriends merchandise. And I messaged them about using, teaching one of their designs. They're like, oh, absolutely. And then they reminded me, they said, you know, we never took your code off. And I said, oh, I'll let the followers know. I love their stuff. And if anything, you need to sign up for their mailing list because they send out free patterns. They do like pattern of the month. Last year they did, every month they gave a free 3-yard pattern. Just back from appointment, traffic is already crazy. Oh gosh, the visitors. Do you need a new mat? That's when I find I have. This one, I do not need a new mat. I don't make the 10-inch squares that often. They were just a little thick. I think part of it is this fabric line. This was a line. Oh God, who prints it? It was one of the lines it's a Libs line, but I feel like it feels thicker. than all the other lines do. And I don't know if it's just the dry goods. I love it. I absolutely love it. They discontinued it actually. So in Houston last year, because Trish had told me that they weren't gonna make it anymore, and it's super. The colors are just super vivid, and so I went up to the booth. I can't remember who did it though. It's probably Andover, because they tend. I really like Andover fabric. But I told them, I said, people are upset. Bring this back. You know, by people, it was me. But you know, when you find a line you like, they're kind of tone on tone. So this is the black. It's not really super dark. But the colors, it's what the pineapple, the Libs Elliott pineapple quilt that the few blocks hung on the wall behind me for a while, and then I started working on other things. Although I've been reinvigorated to finish it because we were talking about it yesterday. But I had to find the pattern because I lost it in the black hole that is my sewing room. And I feel like getting things ready to move to the studio is just making things worse, because you take stuff out and you're like, oh, I used to know where that was, but I moved it. You know? You know how it is. And I told Mickey the other day that I wasn't going to buy any more fabric, and then I bought this yesterday. But it's for class, right? You need it? I get a buy because... And I'm cutting too many 10-inch squares. I'm too short for what I wanted to do. I wanted to make this, extend the quilt bigger and just make more. But I needed 40 2-inch squares. And I bought the rest of the bolts. And I only have 36. No, I'm going to have 38. But I feel like I bought this fabric for something else, the black at one point. I should have her pull. I should go by the shop and say, can you look up my account and see if I've ever bought this? I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, that's in my Libs quilt. And she goes, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah, I bought the kit. She goes, yeah, I didn't kit that in there. I said, I'm pretty sure it's in there. She goes, no. So then we were laughing because I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. It was a solid black. Which in that pineapple kit, I think the solid black looked better. She has this super cool toucan quilt at the moment. But I don't want to get the kit because, like I said, I'm not buying anything. But I was like, oh, I can buy a pattern. But then there was only one pattern left, and I want to make sure that if somebody gets the kit, they get the pattern. And she's like, well, I have to order more. So I'm like, when the more comes in, you let me know. Because if I said I wasn't buying fabric, I can still buy kits, right? It's definitely this fabric because I can feel it. It almost feels like flannel, but it's not. Chris, does like Washington just get really crazy? Because Ben and I were talking about going over there for something, and I'm like, no, it's Coachella. And I'm like, well, they shouldn't be this far over. But I guess if they're coming down for their rentals and stuff. So I don't buy layer cakes because I can make them. Got it? So I have this fat quarter bundle, and it's been sitting on my shelf, gosh, since I went to Kansas City, and I can't remember when that was. 23, I think, mid 23. And it's Allison Glass, who her sun prints have always been one of my favorite lines. So it's sun print, but it was sitting there, and I said, you know what? I'm going to use that. But I didn't want to use a white in the background. I don't really like using white fabric. And it's weird, I know. I prefer a color background. I don't even like using black, but because this is like a black on black, it's okay. It's okay, I'll go with it. I do have to say, I came home yesterday and I unloaded everything off the long arm because I did the unicorn quilt, but it was on a wide back, so I did another quilt. Oh, I should show you guys that. And I had the blue quilt, but I did some panels on the blue quilt because it was a wide back. So I unloaded the wide backs that were loaded on my machine because I filled them up with just different projects, because why load the quilt more than once? And I was taking pictures of stuff, and I was supposed to post pictures this morning. Did I? I don't even remember. I don't think so. But like I cut out the blue one, or I trimmed the blue one, and I trimmed the unicorns, the rainbow and flowers. And, uh-oh, fingers got stuck. There's my layer cake. Done. And they're all the same size. I gotta get some colors. Oh, let me show you this. So this is a panel that I think they used to use in Bernina classes. So whenever I joined the Bernina team, they sent it to me. And I was like, I want to quilt this. So half of it is edge to edge and half of it is custom. So this side is all edge to edge. And then this side is all custom, kind of to show the difference as the long arm quilter, what you can do. I'll post a picture because the picture is going to be much better than this because it's better lighting. But you know, it's so crazy what we can do as the long arm quilter. We get to like make things ours. Or we can ruin them. So these are my Allison glasses. Now I need, okay, so I need 24, 25, 26, 27, 12. For 6 blocks, take 12 pieces. There's 12 blocks, so I need 24. So that's normal. But I want to add at least one more row. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 24 plus 8 is 30. 8, 9, 10. Is 32. Okay. Let's do 2. I have to pick the colors that I like. I'm going to make this scrappy. And, you know, if you've been on the channel, you know I don't like scrappy. 4. 6. 8. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I'm 2. I'm short 2. I'm short 2 in the big blocks and 2 in these blocks, of course. Well, you know what? I have fat quarters of Allison Glass sun print. Different year, but it'll work. Ooh, I have to go to the quilt shop. I can always get 2 more. The new sun print was out when I was there yesterday. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be buying anything, but this is out." You know, if Mr. Ben was a gentleman and a scholar, he might surprise me with the fat quarter bundle. Don't do it, Ben. You're not watching, but don't do it. I'm kidding. He is a gentleman and a scholar. Uh-oh. Now I'm making a mess. No. I was thinking that leftover pieces of green you had could have been cut up into smaller shapes for a scrappy something and send them to Beth. Oh, that would be nice. I hate scrappy quilts. It is just way out of my comfort zone. I like colors to go together. I love buying fabric lines for that specific reason. I'm not a good color picker. I like my color cubes that tell me like these colors look good together. Don't be weird and do something else. And in my head, I was like, oh, I can get 3 10-inch squares out of a fat quarter. Again, I don't know where that came from. But it is, you know, I don't know why I'm not using this side. If I start with the salvage side, these aren't really 22. That's 10. This is an inch short. I know I didn't cut anything off. I just opened them. Well, that's a little frustrating. Is this 22? Does it look like 22? Oh, it's not that way. Wrong direction. But these are all inch short. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Well, pivot. I guess we're making it 24. Will I have enough? Time will tell. But you know, if it's only, yeah. I won't be getting fat quarters from that place anymore. That's unfortunate. Can I get this through there? Whoever got the other side of this fat quarter bundle, they lucked out. They got an extra 3 inches. I can sneak it out of 2 of them. But no, those aren't even close. That's going there. I think I paid a premium. Good, good, good. Good, good. I hate using part of the salvage. Like when you're stuck and you have to use part of the salvage. I did a pattern one time and it assumed that you're with the fabric. Oh, that's the wrong direction. One moment as I roll this up to sneak it in. I did a pattern one time and it assumed that the width of fabric was 44. And like you don't get a full 44 inches. And one of the cuts, you had to have 44 inches. I started doing the math on it. I'm like, this is not well written because you're never going to get that. And God forbid you use Ruby Star. Because then you're only going to get 38. Because they put their bindings, or not bindings, their selvage is so big. I'm not a big fan of that selvage trim or the trend to put all the art in the selvage. Give me more usable space. Now I feel like I have to do these one by one, which is annoying. Close, but works. I'm like, never mind. This is when you can't be the best with the die cutter. I hate when I can only shave off a little tiny bit. I guess that's better. I mean, ultimately, I'm saving fabric, but I'd rather my fat quarters be cut right. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. And I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Also, this only goes in one way and I keep lining it up. So all that extras on the side, I should not be doing that. Because then I have to fidget around with it and squish it in the side little pocket so it doesn't get stuck and jam the machine up. I could have just cut it a 10.5-inch strip and done it that way, but who wants to do it the easy way? Do, 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 do. Does everybody have some fun Easter plans? Unless you are currently celebrating Passover and just dreaming about bread. Look, I did 8 layers and it did the same thing. Done. 8. Oh my gosh, I just got a text. What's going on? Don't care. Ben's asking what I want for dinner. Important to know what you're having for dinner before you have lunch. Okay, top and backing are all ready to zip, but alas, it's time for me to get ready for work. Oh no! Hi, Barbara. Barbara's here yelling at me to do it right. But they're only 10-inch squares. Barbara, I don't know when I'm going to see you again. I miss seeing you at the shows. Oh, I'm back to regular size fat quarters. Thank God. Mm-hmm. I thought you... We're having steak for dinner. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, this one's big enough. That is so weird to have 2 fat quarters just totally cut wrong. Have any of you noticed that you get a fat quarter bundle and they're not cut correct? Oh, here's another one. It's close enough. It'll be in the seam allowance. Let's see. Glad you're supporting us. Thank you. I had to log back in at Vaughn's this morning, Washington 111, saw a crumble, and thought of you and Ben. They were on the same cabinet. Uh-oh, I have to take this call. One moment, please. Hello. Hey. Okay. Ask me really quick. I'm live. Well, that's not going to help. You're already on the phone. No, I'm going to make wraps. Okay. Love you. Bye. Everyone, love him. He's crazy. He said 2 things really quick, but his really quick is usually not quick. And he started talking, and I said, really quick, I'm on a live. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to text you. Like that changes anything. I'm already on the phone. He's so funny. Can't do any better. Yes, for those of you who have met, I don't know if many of you have met Ben. Let me think of who's on here that might have met him. I don't think any of you have. He is real. I used to, when we were still living in Bakersfield, I'm a little more outgoing than he is. He's more level-headed. He's a better person. And I would go do stuff, and he was just always working or doing something, going to school. And so he couldn't do things. And I had some friends, and they're like, now he really exists, right? This isn't like a fake thing. It's not like a Sure Jan thing where Jan was talking about dating whatever Glass. I can't remember what this is. I just love that scene. Henry Glass, that's what it was. Henry Glass. And but it was Henry Chopacana. One of the two. So stupid. The Brady Bunch, so good. Oh, such a good life. But they were like, he really exists, right? And I said, yes. And he finally came to something, and they're like, you're real. So he is real. God, that was a horrible story. Usually I'm a better storyteller, right? If you don't think so, just lie to me and say, yes, you're amazing at it. Oh my gosh, so funny. All right. Well, we did. I don't even know how many are here because some of those things didn't work. Do you think if I snuck in some of these would work? I just don't know what to do. I see Juicy Juice fabric, but I don't want to use that. I probably just have to go to the quilt shop. Well, I'm done with my cutting. I don't know. Excuse me, what to do now? I guess I have to start making the quilts. Yeah, so I will show you pictures when they're done. Do I even have the pattern? I don't even have the pattern that I'm going to be making because it's in the other room. But it's the star one. Let's call it Ta-Da. No, because I think that's actually one of their quilts. It might be Ta-Da. Whatever. A few things before I go. I'm going to move you over here so I can see you. I couldn't even see no, I couldn't see my face. Look, I have a real head. Okay, so things going on. If you are on Facebook, I could sew pieces together, but I don't like to have that weird seam. It's going to put a weird seam in the middle of a block, so I don't like that. Chris says go get fabric. It's probably what I'm going to do. I know Trish had some fat quarters. Or I could just sneak in the new line. Oh, I can use that orange that I can see right here. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I have to calculate how much I really need to. But so if you're on Facebook, I posted reposted a Trish Taxo post. She is doing a mystery quilt. And so I was in there yesterday because I hadn't been in for like a month. And I was asking her about it. I'm like, I need some information about this. What's going on? So it is a mystery. It's a new kind of mystery thing, new company that got together, I think. I'm trying to follow everything. But what it is, you go join the Facebook group. It's free. You don't have to pay. The mystery will be May 31st. And every hour a new clue is going to come out. But they've actually put it to a story. And I've never been in a mystery where there was a story involved. The mystery quilts are usually here's your clue one. And it's you're cutting or you're piecing kind of thing. So the pattern takes 6 fat quarters. You don't know what it looks like. So she's curated some sets because ultimately if you buy the set, that's how they're making money from it because the whole thing is free. But if you're on Facebook, you can link to Trish Taxo through that post I made. Go join that Facebook group. And then if you want to make the mystery quilt, you can. You don't have to because you're not out any money. And I think she said they're going to do them quarterly, so every 4 months or so. She's still getting more information. So she has curated bundles. She can't sell them until May 1st. So I don't even know if you can. Maybe I'll see if I can share them. I don't want to get her in trouble because she's very much by the book. Because someone yesterday is like, well, I'm going back. The thing with Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley, people leave pretty much after Easter. People head home. So a woman came in. She's like, I want more information about this. I was next door, blah, blah, blah. She goes, can I buy a bundle? And she goes, no, I can't sell them, Matt. I can't sell them until the first. So she's strictly sticking to the rules, but she does ship. So if you are not near, you can still do stuff. I don't even know if I can tell you the bundles I saw. I saw 3, and I was like, oh, that's so and so. Like Carrie, there was a bundle you would have loved. Mickey, there's a bundle she would have loved. If you love America, there's a bundle you might love. Get it? Color wise, I thought the curated bundles were good, and she knows what the pattern looks like, so she's able to grab those bundles and pick things that really work. I didn't even ask. I was like, I really want to do it. I'm teaching that day, so I'm not going to be able to do it, but I think she's going to do like maybe a Zoom or something where everybody who's doing it can log on and chat and sew together and like spend a day sewing at your house. If you are in the Coachella Valley, I think she's gonna do like maybe have some people come in. She's still kind of deciding, but I told her, I said, I have a Zoom account, and if you want to have 100 people on there sewing together, that's awesome. And so I don't know, as quilters, I think ultimately we just want a community that we can sew with. So that's why open sews are great. So check that out. If you're in Portland, I'm going to be up there next week at the Montevilla event, their big event. I leave on Wednesday. I'm super excited. I already got an email asking what kind of yum sauce I wanted. And I'm like, well, there's one in the airport, so I can get it myself, but that was very generous. The week after that, I'll be up in Washington at the quality event. The week after that, I'll be at the Boise Quilt Sew and Craft Expo. So if you're in Boise, you should come by and say hello and just tell my boss that I'm amazing. Even if you don't have a Bernina, you can tell her that. Say, oh, I almost switched because of him. No, say I want to switch because of him. I don't care. Don't say that. But come by, say hi, whatever. It doesn't matter. I love everybody. I just keep laughing because I've always had followers that had other machines, and there's a handful of people who were not happy that I was switching brands. I'm like, but I want to teach, and that's my opportunity. So I don't know if you can tell. The joy is back. The light is back. The fun is back. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for spending some time on a Friday with me. It feels like a Saturday. I don't know why, but we'll see you in the next one. I'll see you on Tuesday, and who knows what I'm gonna have. But I'll post some pictures of that, like two different quilted ways quilt. The rainbow quilt. I just have a bunch of quilts to take pictures of. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Hey, happy Easter to everybody who celebrates. Go find some eggs or potatoes. You can also dye potatoes because they're less expensive. Bye, everybody.